welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for returning. If you are part of the family, thanks for coming back, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Maya. Please subscribe for more videos and content that relates to lifestyle and healing and artistry. So this video is a very fun, nice video for this month because this month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I think that all months, all times of the year should be dedicated and we should be focused on having our best mental health, but especially this month. So I have really been grounding myself and trying to take care as best as I can of my mental health. And yes, a lot of things have come up for me this month mentally, and I believe I'm learning and I'm growing, and I see the progress that I'm making in taking all those journeys with ease and with compassion and love for myself. So that's really, really nice. If you want to hear more about my mental health journey and just like the different diagnoses I've had and might have, check out my Patreon. I just give a down low of my mental health journey if you want to know a little bit more about me. But this video is some of my favorite self-regulating tips. I have gone through a lot of dark periods in my life, and every time I say I'm reborn and I'm born stronger and more clarity, and I know more who I truly am, and I remember more of myself. So it's a beautiful recovery process when you're dealing with the trauma and you're trying to let all that programming go that you've learned from the past. It's a nice journey to see that you see the progress and heal the wounded inner child and just show ourselves unconditional love. So that's the journey I'm on. I made a TikTok about these techniques. If you're interested, it got a really great reaction, I think. So I just wanted to make this video to flesh out the ideas that I brought up in that TikTok and where I've learned them from. If you're interested, please keep on watching. So the first tip is to, when you're having a hard time melting down, to take a deep breath and just focus on your natural breath and try to focus on an object in the room, wherever you're at. It could be outside. Just focus on, say, a tree. For me, I'm outside and I'll look at the shape of the tree and the color and just do a little meditation on the object. And this is a great way to get me to come back into the room, come back to my body, into the now, because I'm not feeling my emotions. I hope you can hear me over the wind. I'm not feeling my emotions so intensely. I am focusing more on factual reality that's tangible. So that really helps me to ground me, because I can get really in the air when I'm feeling really triggered and unwell. So that's my first tip. I would do that at least 3 times if you're really struggling, including doing some breath work too. My next technique is emotional frequency tapping, EFT. And I've heard about this from Candice Vandell on YouTube. And yeah, I've heard about many other people talk about tapping technique since. My personal experience with tapping technique is very slim, mainly because I'd never really been taught how to do it, but I recently learned, and it's really simple. So the idea is that it's sort of like psychological acupuncture. So basically, when we're tapping on certain meridian points and pressure points, sorry, that word blanked from my head, when we're tapping them in a certain way, saying mantras and going and being present in our thoughts, we can rewrite and reprogram our subconscious mind. So this is how I read to do it. You do it above the eye 3 times, tap, 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 to the side of the eye, 1, 2, 3, underneath the eye, 1, 2, 3, underneath the nose, 1, 2, 3, underneath the chin, on the chin, 1, 2, 3, at the base of the collarbone, 1, 2, 3, underneath the armpit, 1, 2, 3. And you can say a mantra that you want to with this and repeat as many times as you need, and try to keep the same order of the mantra if you're changing it up or saying the same thing. So you can say, I am well and good, I am well and good. The universe loves me, the universe loves me, I am the universe. I am the universe. I am well and good. I am well and good. The universe loves me. The universe loves me. I am the universe. I am the universe. And then you can just keep going for as long as you need. You can say whatever you want. It does help me even just now doing that a few 2 rounds. I feel a little bit better, especially because you're tapping on energetic points on physically on the body, and that translates energetically. So I think it's a very powerful tool, and I would just like switch sides because sometimes the one side can get a little bit tired if we're only doing it one side. So my tip number 3 is to do a self massage. I learned this in my yoga for mental health class in my yoga therapy school. Actually, the teacher learned it from her therapist. So it's definitely something that therapists are learning and feeling like is a true source to help people heal. So this is what the massage looks like. You take your hands, make sure they're warm, and you rub them down the sides of the face, down to the chin, and then you can rub down the neck with moderate pressure. You take one hand and you take it from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertips. Do the other side. Shoulder rubbing at the top of your arm all the way down the fingertips, and then rub the tops of your hands again. And what this does is activate the triple warmer meridian lines on the body, which stimulates our nervous system to calm down and rest and digest. That is my take on it, and that's what my understanding is. I just know it calms you down and allows stress to leave the body, and yeah, let the body know that it's okay. So you can do that as many times as you need. Deep breaths. You don't have to close your eyes. Sometimes that can be triggering, so you can leave your eyes open. Just focus on object. Focus on the feeling of your hands right now. And this also like just activates the lymphs in the arms, and there's many different reasons why this helps, but yeah, it really does help to calm the body down. Another massage that does that is stimulating the vagus nerve in the guts. The gut is said to it's like our another brain is happening in our guts. So a lot of emotions and information gets processed here. So if we're calming our gut, usually when we're tense due to mental distress, we tense up our gut, we tense up our breathing, our heart, everything is tense. So when we rest in our gut, that signals our brain to rest and calm down. So this is the massage. You could just type into Google or whatever, massage the vagus nerve in the belly, and see what comes up. But this is what we did, a variation of this in the class. Basically, you take your fingers and you take it underneath your left rib cage and you just massage in a circular manner. They're breathing into that to the fingertips, and then you can take that hand and place it right above the hip bone, and then massage 3 times. So kind of where in the hip socket area, massaging still in the gut, and then you can just move it over to the other side on the lower right side, massage circular ways, and then move your weight back up. So you're just taking a little square on the belly, massaging. And then we walk our fingertips in towards the center of our rib cage. So walk your fingers in, press a little bit, walk your fingers out, maybe go down, and just massaging your gut really helps us to calm down. So that's something that I've learned. And I like to massage the inside of my thumb, like the webbing between my thumb and my pointer finger. It just calms me down, and I think I heard it is a pressure point for maybe the heart or like the kidneys, which stimulates like regulates our fear. So when it's massaged, sorry, I'm in a windy place and we're on a hill, so when we massage it, it allows us to release that fear. And the next tip is to do any type of breathing exercise. Pranayama is what you call it in Sanskrit. So this is a crucial thing, but sometimes focusing on the breath can be triggering. So just, if you can, just try to stay with your breath and make sure you continue to breathe. That's the most important thing. So I like to do B breath if I'm feeling mentally disturbed, which is you take your pointer finger and your middle finger and you rest it above and right above your eye, and then you take the other fingers, rest it right up below, then you plug up your ears with your thumbs, and then you can close your eyes if that's not triggering. And when you breathe out, just have a hum going. And that's really great. I love it because it opens up my mind. It's really great for headaches, or if you're dealing with anxiety, stress. I like to do B breath. It closes me off from the outside world, and I'm able to reconnect with my truth and who I am inside, because oftentimes for me what gets most damaging about if me having mental health issues is that I'm just reacting to the outside world, and I'm creating a larger mess from doing that, and not just like making sure my internal world is right and focusing on that. Since I realized I could focus on my internal world, my mental issues and health concerns have really got so much more minimal. It's when I continued to believe the outside world was real and I had to make everything right and everyone happy, that's when my mental health issues would ensue. So I love doing the B breath. It really closes me off and allows me to reconnect with my truth internally. Another technique that's really great for self-regulating is shaking. And I'm sure if you've seen an animal or maybe a kid, or they're always just moving, but especially if they're having a temper tantrum, if they're upset, they're shaking, or some traumatic event happened, they'll be shaking and they'll release that energy through their body through shaking and moving physically. And I think many of us, we're so stagnant, we'll just sit around and live life, and especially absorbing negative TV shows and music, and not really get that trauma out of our bodies, out of our systems, and then we manifest a reality we don't like, and we're wondering why. And it's because we're storing so much trauma and stagnant energy in our body, and we're not allowing it to push through. So I just like shake your whole body, shake all your fatty bits, male or female, whatever you got going, shake it. And don't be afraid to really let go and shake in new ways, and shake and look a little bit crazy, because that's a beautiful healing natural technique to release some trauma. All right, my next technique is an obvious one. You've heard it a million times before about this sort of stuff, about mental health issues. Workout, move your body. That goes along with jumping, vibrating, shaking, dancing. We want to move our bodies in a very highly energetic way. I would say if you're going through a mentally distressing period, if you can, if you're not like, if that's not going to increase like mania or something, I would get to like 25 push-ups or 50 jumping jacks or whatever, depending on what you're dealing with. If you're dealing with, like, say, an eating disorder, maybe you don't want to be doing this. But if you're dealing with anxiety or just like intense fear and triggering thoughts and high intense emotions, I would recommend doing a highly energetic exercise, because in the wild, when we are in danger, our body is allowing us to develop that adrenaline to get us going and get us out of that situation. But now danger is more mental and spiritual, I would say, on this planet. So we're not able to get our bodies to calm down until it's reached its point in its physical exertion. So meaning if something is chasing you in your life, like a creature chasing you, your life's in danger back in the day, your body would give you that adrenaline and that anxious energy to get you safe, so you can run away, get safe out of the situation, and then you calm down and allow our bodies to mimic the experience of, say, being chased or some highly exerting activity. Then we can get ourselves, most likely trick ourselves to calming down out of this fight, flight, survival mode mentality that happens when we're in our mental distress periods. Regulate your nervous system. And my last tip is what I'm doing right now, which is to get outside. Be barefoot outside. It's really nice. If you can, dance outside, not have any music in your ears, just listening to the natural sounds, looking at the natural colors, and feeling grounded into what is happening right now on the planet, on the earth, not looking at the news or anything, or you know, even not even really talking to anyone if you can, just sitting with yourself in nature. So going by yourself on a walk, being barefoot, hug a tree to ground yourself, or even touch one. That is very healing for us. Drinking water, obviously, having a great diet, getting lots of sleep. This is good for us and will definitely help us if we're having mental health issues. So yes, I hope you all are going to have a great super moon in Sagittarius tomorrow. When I'm filming this, that's what's happening. And yeah, I definitely feel the energies of it. It's a bit airy and floaty and ungrounded. Like I just want to sleep all day today. I gave myself permission to sleep, and then I still got out and was able to come out with this video for you all. So thank you for watching. If you made it to this point, I love you, and I hope you were able to learn some cool tips that will help you whenever you need. Remember that we should know how to handle ourselves and how to live our truths, because there's only one us. So if we're relying on someone else to help deregulate us, I just think it's more practical to learn the tools ourselves, so we can be all we need in the world, and then we can help each other in a more healthier way. I love you, friends. Be kind today. Yes, and follow me on all the social medias like usual. And I'll see you for the next video. I'm thinking it'll be like a lookbook of some sort, because I'm having a lot of fun with fashion recently. I've got some new Crocs, and yeah, I just have a lot of fun, and I've been buying a lot of stuff. So I might do a haul or some sort like that. Okay, love you. Bye.